let me insert one duplicate record. Then here I will show you. So what I will create a new scenario in which we will have it as, right, and then it will be having HR and the salary will be same. So what I've done, I've created two records, okay, with department and salary as same. So now if I will insert it, so just to explain a new scenario, I am creating these records, fine. So here if you see, this is our data with a new call. I have these new records. Now what I will do, now what I want here, okay, I will first execute the same query here. This case, if you can see that we have sorted based on the, okay, I have not pasted the query, I'll just paste it here. So you can see here that for the duplicate records for department, like what we have mentioned in order by, sorted based on the department column. And if we have any duplicate records, then sorted based on the salary as descending. So then here it has sorted based on the ascending order for the department column. And then for the duplicate records, it has sorted based on the descending order. Fine. It is sorted based on the descending order. Now, if you can see here, for these two records, see, the values are same for department and salary column, right? Like here it is duplicate. It's duplicate, right? See, the HR and the salary values both are duplicate. But why Priya is at top? Like the 7th ID record, Priya is at top and the 8th Pragya is at the below Priya, right? Why it is so? So again, I will say that it's not even caring what other columns are present in the table. It's just caring like what things are mentioned in the order by. So even in that case, like if you have some requirements that you duplicate records, then sort it based on salary column. But even if you have duplicate records in the salary, then sort it based on the ID column. If there is such requirement, then you can just mention third column here, post salary as descending. Okay, just mention third column. What is the third column? ID. Like, our requirement is sorted based on the ID as ascending. ID as descending or ascending, anything you can write. So once you execute this query, then it will sort and it will check the ID column when you have duplicate records for those values. So if you check this query, and it's like it's wasting much of my time. Okay, fine. Now it has been copied. So if you can see here, for these two records, it was what it has done. What was our query? So this was our query. So we want it to be sorted based on the department. When you have duplicate, then sorted based on salary as descending. When you have duplicate again in salary, then sorted based on the ID column. ID column descending. See, here we were having duplicates in departments, so it has sorted in salary. Okay. Again for these which are duplicate in salary as well. So post salary, it has checked like if any other columns are mentioned. So yes, we have mentioned the ID column. So ID wants to be in descending, like ID is in descending order. So it has been sorted in descending order. Fine. So we have covered all the scenarios for multiple columns in order by clause. Now in order by, we have some more scenarios. Like we have order by case. Okay. So this is a new thing. I will just try to explain this one right now. So what I will do, or what I want to do is, I want to sort. If you'll just go here, so we have the employee table created, or else I will create a new table, right? Just for a better understanding. Okay, so I've created a table country. Our table is created. Now we have inserted these records in our table country. Now what I want, so just tell me, so I execute this, select a star from country. Oh, so again here I have mentioned country as capital. I hope you are remembering these things. Let's see, here I have mentioned country in camel case, and here I have just mentioned country in the select command as in a small case, but even though it's working well, because the predefined and user defined words are keywords are not case sensitive in SQL. Only the data are case sensitive. Those things we covered. I just right now I remembered, so I just revise those things. Fine. So now we have these data in our country table. Now what I want here, I want to sort it not in ascending or descending. I want to sort this data based on some fixed values. Okay, like I want, like whenever there is India, keep the data in top, or whenever there is Sri Lanka, then keep the data at top, keep that record at the top position, and others below that. So for other records I don't care, but whenever we have India record present in our table, then keep that table or keep that record at the top position. So for that we have a concept called order by case. So that actually, can you tell me that can we achieve that thing with the help of this order by column or order by with multiple column? No, we can't achieve that when we are taking for some fixed values, because this order by column name is sorting the whole column, not some based on some fixed records. So for that we have this order by case thing. So here what I will do, let me just see. Okay, country order by case. So here you need to mention order by case, and what you want when name is equal to India. So that was your requirement. Then one else to end. Fine. Just tell me if it's working or not. If that is our requirement or not. See, India is at the top. And see this data. So India is at the top. This one. Fine. And then we have other records. What I do, I just how this query is actually working. Can anyone tell me? Can anyone try to explain like how it is working through the engine perspective, or anything if you want to speak up, speak whatever you are understanding from these talks. What happened? Fine. Select. I do not have much knowledge on Excel. If someone has, like, they can teach me. Fine. Okay, so what I want here, that I kept in the query, I have written select star from country order by case when name is equal to India. Okay, so whenever what the engine will do, okay, those things you already know, but just I will revise that how the engine works. Okay, first it will go and take a copy, like what this from clause will do. It will first go and create a copy of this table and keep it in the temporary memory somewhere here. Fine. And then it will see that, okay, what engine wants me to do later, post that. Okay, then what you want the engine to do, you want to order based on the name column. Fine. So then it will sort the data, like you're mentioning when name is equal to India, then it will search for India here, and then it will keep those things here at the top. What I mentioned, when name is equal to India, then one, so there will be a bucket created like one, and it will keep that thing. Wait a second. Okay, so there will be a bucket created as one, and it will keep that record wherever India is present in that bucket. Then you have mentioned, okay, then one else two. So you do not care what other data are present in the table. You just care about India. So whenever India is there, just keep it at top. Okay. And if there are any such other records, then just keep that those data in other buckets. I don't want to keep other data in that bucket. Fine. So there will be two buckets created. One in which India will be present, and in the second bucket, all other data will be present just because you mentioned else too. Okay. And then what you want the engine to do, you want to fetch those records, right? So here it has been mentioned that select star from country. So then it will fetch these details in which India will be at the top, and then all other details below that. See, same manner, all other details are there. There is no such thing that it will be sorted in some manner or not. The same way I was explaining the order by with multi columns, the same way is just taking care India and rest everything in some other buckets, and just keep India at top and give other details below India. So that just that particular requirement is taking care of that. Okay. So that's what you got in the result set. Fine. So here we have mentioned one, else two. Can we mention anything here? Can we mention two? Can we mention five? Can we mention three? Anything? Okay. First, let's see. Like when I'm mentioning L, then two, else one, then what it will do? Tell me, guys. That what I want is when name is equal to India, then keep it at second bucket and raise other things in the first bucket. So it will work in the same manner. Okay. I will just try to, okay, I will explain it here on. So what it will do? So you are mentioning when name is equal to India. So there will be two buckets created. Okay. Two bucket will be created. One and two, and what you want? You want when there is India, then keep it in bucket two. And for all other records, keep it in bucket one. That's what you want, right? So that's how it will be kept. Let's see. Now we'll execute this. Let's see the result. India will be at the last. Yes. Why? Why it is at last? Just because you already mentioned in your query that you want India at the last. How did you mention that? You mentioned that, right? But you're thinking I have not mentioned. Tell me, did you mention it or not? You have mentioned it. See, in your query, you have written when name is equal to India, then 2. Then keep it in second bucket. So that's why it has kept India thing in the second bucket, other records in the first bucket. Okay. Then for the first values, it is giving at the first position just because you're not mentioning anything post this one. Like in which manner you want it. Like either you want the data to be ascending or descending. You're just mentioning, okay, when India is there, just keep it at bucket 2, and else keep it everything in bucket 1. So 1 is ascending. So by default, it's understanding you want to keep the bucket in ascending manner. So it has given you in that manner. Fine. So that is the thing. I hope everything is clear till here. What I was explaining here, yeah. Apart from these two, you can just mention anything here. See, again it will work. It's working same manner. See the result, everything is same. Just mention 5,000. Now see the result. Why? Because now this, what is this value? 2 lakh something, right? 20,000, 2 lakh, yes. 2 lakh, and this is 5 lakhs. So this 2 lakhs will be less than this 5 lakh value. So that's why, and you have not mentioned anything. So it will sort it based on ascending order. So it has kept India at first, rest other things below India. So the order by case statement is it will just create bucket. Bucket, like whenever I'm mentioning order by when name is equal to India, then create bucket and it will keep that record in that bucket. And post that it will sort it out. Fine. So it's no such thing that you can you just need to mention 1 or 2. Okay. But yeah, you need to mention in which way. Say. So whatever you're mentioning, if you're not mentioning anything, it will be sorted based on ascending order. Like if you're giving name is equal to India, and then if you're giving this some values here, and if that value is less than this else value, then India will be at the top, or else it will be in the bottom. That's because it is sorting based on the, by default, it is sorting based on the ascending order. Okay. So we have covered this topic. So I was expecting, so it's already 10. So I was also thinking to cover null, blank, and zero, but yeah, we have not covered that. I actually need to go for some other work. Okay. So today we won't be able to extend the class. Okay. So let's end here. Let me know if you guys have any questions. So I'll just give a minute for the question, and if you do not have any question, then we'll just wrap up this call. Fine. Just tell me, do you guys have any question from these topics? See, some of the scenarios are left in all this order by case thing. Okay, I'll be just explaining the ascending and descending order. Like you can just mention those things as well. And even in these records, like even within these buckets, if you want to sort the values in ascending order or descending order, that also you can do. I'll be just explaining those things and some more scenarios of order by case in other class, in the next class. Okay, and then we'll be covering the difference between these null, blank, and zero. Okay, hope there is no questions. Okay, so we'll be sharing the recordings, notebooks, and everything in the evening.